Randy Hauser's joining us on Country 97.1 Hank FM. You know, the Colts obviously lost to the Saints in the Super Bowl last year.
I'm you brought it out. I didn't want to go there. But here we go. Now that I've made everybody mad in Indianapolis, I think I'll.
Nobody was actually. Because of the whole Manning connection to New Orleans, and if any team after what the Saints have been through and that city's been through, if any team had to beat the Colts, we were okay with that.
Well, yeah, and not only that, man. Being a kid and watching the Saints for so many years, struggle.
Yeah,
it was a pretty cool thing to watch them get something.
Yeah,
they needed a blessing down there.
There was a reason they called them the Aints.
That's right.
For a while.
Well, they wouldn't even have them on Monday Night Football for years. It's like, you want to see a slaughter? Turn on the Saints game.
Did you play football when you were growing up too?
I played high school football.
Yeah, you have to where you grew up. Yeah, they put a football in the crib with you. I think when you're born.
Well, I mean. If you ever want to know anybody or not get picked on every day of your life, you better play some football.
Yeah, you know what's funny, because that whole playing football and going to church and singing in church and everything, and having that as a background too.
Yeah.
is what I'm sure led you to where you are now. Is that growing up doing that?
Yeah, I did. I mean, playing ball, but I was always I started playing clubs at like 14 years old. So,
yeah.
I mean, I was in bars way before I was supposed to be in there, and so I've been doing this literally for years and years and years. But and I guess I really learned how to sing in church,
Yeah.
And we ain't talking about church. I'm talking about church.
Church. Tell
There's
us the
a difference between church and church. It's I mean, it was a little it wasn't very sit down and shut up church.
No.
We're talking about people getting up and thrashing around and having a really good time.
Just like one of your shows, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Got to tell you, the first show I ever saw you do, you had some backup sort of gospel singers with you.
Yeah,
it was just a little showcase kind of thing where there was a piano and some, and man,
that was fun. That was
awesome.
Last year, right across the street.
Yeah,
at the whatever it is now, the CMA, the Bridgestone
Arena. Yeah, but this year it's LP Field for you.
Isn't that amazing?
How about that? And on the CMT Awards too.
Yeah.
That was a great opening number that you guys all did.
We had a blast the other night, man. And part of the most fun of that was the 2 days of rehearsal. Everybody just getting to hang out.
Was there even a moment's worth of work that got done during that rehearsal?
Not really. I mean, it was unorganized chaos. I mean, it was like how that came together right at the end was amazing. But it didn't look like it would be that hard to put together. But when you got all the people that were there, it was pretty tough.
It's called herding cats.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, speaking of not getting any work done, Jerrod Niemann told us that when they were filming his video for Lover Lover and you and Jamie in the car, that Jamie wouldn't allow the scene to be shot properly ever.
He was just like, I'm just going to sit right here. Y'all can put the cameras wherever you want to. I'm just going to do this.
He said he was pulling the emergency brake in the car when you were trying to roll up.
That was one time. Here I go, and I'm putting it in gear, and then he's got the emergency brake on, and I'm supposed to take off and have the scene where we drive off. Of course, the emergency brake's on, and nothing happens. They're like, they're looking at me like, "What's wrong? What's going on?" So it's like, cut. I'm like, I don't know how to drive, guys.
You got to go out on the road on your own to get some actual music played and work done, don't you?
Yeah, man. I mean, but you know what? I love being out on the road. I rest a lot better out on my bus because it's like a big old rocking chair.
Yeah. Well, and when people see you live, they're fans for life, I'm sure. I've seen you a couple times now, Randy Hauser.
That's cool.
And it's great, though, that what you do live, you're able to capture on the music on the albums, too.
Well, thank you so much. That's one of the things that when you say something like that, that's a huge compliment to me, so I appreciate that a lot.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Randy Hauser with Country 97.1, Hank FM.